as a parent, if you want to help your child reduce stress, you got to figure out what their signs are. So over the next week, tune into each child because each kid's going to be different just like you. There are physical signs that you're looking for that could be headaches, that could be stomach aches. How about they're not sleeping as well as they used to be? They're also pulling back or their behavior starts to change. Emotional stress signs are irritability, moodiness, they start to withdraw, or they could cry a little bit more, they're more on edge, you're starting to see a behavior change. Each one of those could be normal, typical behavior for any one of us. But if they last, that's when you're concerned.
And what can parents do then to kind of alleviate stress for their children?
The first thing is, it's really helpful, particularly for a teen, to point out very diplomatically. I noticed that right before you really get upset, you do this, like twirl your hair or sing back and forth, because once you know your signs, it's really very helpful. Now you can apply any of these tips. The first one is stay on schedule. Uncertainty builds stress. Predictability lowers it. Now, that doesn't mean all day long you have to be regimented, but at least stay for certain things the same time there. Now we're going to have breakfast at whatever it is, then we're going to do our homework, and then we're going to do our reading. That helps. The second thing you may want to do is create, I love this, a calm down corner someplace in your home. We're talking about just a corner where your kids can help you fill it up. And it could be pillows. It could be, teens say, it's songs or music that's soothing to me, bubbles for little kids, books, teddy bears. When every time you need space, you can actually put up a sign. You don't have to say a thing that means, I need my space. Mom and Dad, use it yourself, because we all are getting on the edge and we need to really keep ourselves in line and really get ourselves back together. You also can teach your kids coping strategies. One of the best ways we know is deep breathing. How you do that is you've got to model it with your child, because the best and quickest relaxation process is to take a slow, deep breath from real deep in your tummy, like you're riding up an escalator. And then you hold it. Now here's the trick. Hold it and then slowly let it out. But your exhale must be twice as long as your inhale. If you do that, just maybe 5 minutes a day as a family, it's really going to help you. Put your little ones on the floor, because a lot of times they breathe too fast, and put a teddy bear or any kind of a stuffed animal on their tummy and tell them, take a slow, deep breath. Oh, not so fast, not so fast, you're scaring him. And then down. What'll happen is they get the breath control, and it is really wonderful. A teen, they can put any kind of a pebble or a rock on their tummy.
Mm-hmm. These are great little tips for families. Now, I know that a lot of parents, a lot of mothers are putting a lot of pressure on themselves, which in turn is causing them to be stressed and passed along to the child. So what do you tell moms and parents out there who are feeling the pressure to do all these things and keep up with somebody they saw on Instagram? What would you say?
Yeah, well, first of all, what you need to know is the single most important thing is keep care of yourself. Because if you're calm, your child will be calm. Our kids before this crisis told me that they just didn't have enough time to just read the things that they liked. So how about building that into your routine? And it's just like a downtime. It could be every day afternoon when everybody grabs a book. A fun thing to do with little guys, take a sheet, put it over the top of your dining room table, and it's a reading fort. Everybody grabs a flashlight, gives a pillow, grab the dog, get the book. You can read Harry Potter out loud together, or you can just read it, enjoy. But what you're doing is you're helping your child learn to relax. And that's really what it's all about. There's so many things that we can do, but above all else, those of us who can model it, and that takes time, it takes practice, are going to help our children to be able to mirror our calmness. And that is the real secret. The way we're going to survive all this is fun, simple ways to stay connected together. But also, I think the greatest thing is, this is the time we'd be teaching our kids coping skills, resilience, and they're going to be using those the rest of their lives.